Shifting perception is not limited to a conceptual or intellectual shift, but an actual energetic shift that comes about when the center of you is not located in time and space, in the three-dimensional. It's not limited to that. That being located in time and space keeps the sense of self as a finite self, a limited self with a boundary. I am here and other things, objects are there. Even when we think of thought, the thought is in my head. So already I am here and the thought is in my head. Or an emotion, very often we might say it's in my body. We have already separated from experience and become subject and object. And that is the conventional way of seeing, perceiving, sensing. There's nothing wrong with that. We need that functionality in order to function in the world of things and in order to be able to perhaps communicate our experience. But the problem with that is that at some point that becomes a kind of prison. Because when we are focused on the objects of our experience, whether it's thoughts, feelings, emotions, sensations, or people, things that we relate to, things that we have, things that we do, when that is our only focus, it becomes a prison because we're constantly navigating that. Either trying to manage it in some way, control it, put it in some kind of order that makes us feel safe or comfortable, or we're trying to hold on to it, or we're trying to reject it. So we're constantly navigating in the world of objects, whether it's our internal landscape of thought, feeling, or whether it's our external landscape of things, people, and so on. That becomes a kind of prison. It's exhausting to keep on navigating and managing that. If that's the only focus, and that is the only focus for many people who are caught in the dream, a dream of duality. It's not that things don't exist. That's not what the dream means. A dream doesn't mean that things don't exist, other people don't exist, my thoughts and feelings don't exist. No, it's not that kind of dream. It's a dream because that's the only focus. And when it becomes the only focus, the only way of seeing, perceiving, experiencing life, it becomes dreamlike in the sense it's either a nightmare or a beautiful fantasy, yeah? It's a dream because we're trying to manage and navigate the unmanageable. It's a dream because it's not the totality of reality. It's a dream because you become identified with things, you become identified with thought, you become identified with feeling, you become identified with what you do, the roles that you play within relationship, within work, within every aspect of life. Then it becomes a dream because it's not the totality, it's not the truth of things, it's a relative truth. And for most people, it's the only truth, but it's not a truth. It's a partial truth. It's a partial reality. So Tantra, yeah, true Tantra, the Tantric way, aims to break through that limited perception, to go beyond the dream of duality, so that our focus is not just on the navigation through the world of objects, but our focus is naturally abiding, resting in, yeah, because it's not a tight focus, it's an open focus, in the infinite field of open awareness. We can say consciousness. Consciousness is not a function of the mind, yeah, then it becomes a finite aspect. Consciousness is that within which everything arises, or out of which everything arises, all objects. So in this way, you come to know yourself as the infinite.